Like the video and subscribe to our channel right now and get 1 week of amazing luck. Have you ever been browsing a gallery of art when you came upon a piece of art that made you feel shivery? Perhaps it was more than just the artwork. Many well-known paintings have subliminal implications, some of which are quite frightening. Let's examine some of the spookiest meanings in the artwork. Here are the top 12 terrifying messages hidden inside of paintings. Number 12. The Madonna with Saint Giovannino. The Madonna with Saint Giovannino was a painting from the 15th century by Domenico Ghirlandaio. It's been said that it was commissioned for an audience who were not pleased about something else in this world. This strange object floating above them makes people goggle at its beauty, wondering how on earth he managed to make such an intricate detail look so pristinely beautiful. The oval-shaped object in the sky appears to be glowing with an otherworldly light, while underneath it stands man who looks up at what is clearly some sort of unknown flying device. His dog joyfully barks next to him and occasionally peeps out from under his feet as though warning against what might come next. Due to the light beams emanating from the shape in the Ghirlandaio painting, some people think it is a UFO. However, some people have theorized that Madonna has purposefully positioned herself to shield the children in her lap, and that the reason her halo appears vaporous is that the object in the sky is reducing its brightness. It is unclear if the item is intended to be a star, an angelic presence, or religious symbolism. Number 11. Café Terrace at Night. The fabulous Vincent van Gogh created the picture Café Terrace at Night. Looking at it, one can observe that the blue hues and streaks in his works resemble those in the 1888 oils he produced for Toronto's Gallery Charm exhibit the previous year. The way shadows fall on dark surfaces so naturally and eloquently speaks words beyond anything else you'll see today or tomorrow. He's captured something about light on black surfaces. Never notice how some people go into darkness, which seems pretty appropriate given what has transpired in this artwork. Number 10. Perseus with the head of Medusa. An Italian artist known for his talents as a composer, draughtsman, goldsmith, and writer, Benvenuto Cellini created the bronze sculpture Perseus with the head of Medusa. Perseus, the head of Medusa, one of his works, is a representation of his fame. It was ordered by Duke Camisole I de' Medici and is thought to have been finished between 1545 and 1554. 5 meters tall when the height of the square base is included. The base, which is a crucial component of the design, is the first of its kind since the classical era. The image shows the moment Perseus cut Medusa's head from her body. He's not only holding her head, but her twisted body is also seen at his feet. The sculpture's secret involves twin faces and perspective. Cellini took use of the fact that the majority of viewers would be looking at the image from the front by concealing another encrypted face behind Perseus's head. He attached his image to the rear of the hero's helmet to make an everlasting self-portrait. Number 9. Arnolfini portrait. Giovanni di Niccolao Arnolfini and his wife are shown in the painting, which was finished in 1436 and reflects life. A bed is on the right side. A dog is staring at the audience, and sandals from the 15th century are visible as though they were thrown. Although others claim she is only adopting the style of the day, there is also the belief that the woman is pregnant. The artist's subtly conveyed message is displayed in the distorted reflection of 2 other persons standing next to the dormling in the wall mirror. The artist is thought to be in one of the pictures, but we are unable to identify the second individual. Interestingly, the mirror had a model written Jan van Eyck was here in 1434. Along with the Mona Lisa and the Arnolfini portrait, the Arnolfini painting is one of the most divisive works of art ever produced. To the amazement of many, a number of researchers have offered justifications for the peculiar traits in the picture. There is a lot to look at, including the sandals the woman is wearing, the way her hands are positioned, and the image of dogs. This piece of art was made by Dutch painter Jan van Eyck. Number 8. The Garden of Earthly Delights. Like Peter Bruegel, Autonomous Bosch paints intricate pictures of characters and people intertwined in a scenario. His works were formerly a favorite of Peter, which explains why their paintings are similar. Bosch's artwork was renowned as well, particularly for his portrayal of hell. Art historians think he was one of the few artists who truly grasped the terror of hell and the fear of God. From 1405 until 1505, the Garden of Earthly Delight was written. It shows three sceneries that together make up heaven, earth, and hell. This work also unveiled the long-kept secret, displaying the spookiest depictions of demons and their manner of torture. Amelia, a blogger, found out about it. After discovering the inconspicuous musical notations, she claimed to have seen additional music written on a human body. She argued that there was more to her discovery, insisting that it wasn't just a meaningless random visual of music. The Sinner's Song is a set of notes that were later shown to represent cohesive melodies that could be played. Number 7. David, Michelangelo. Just to be clear, sculptures also contain secret elements in addition to painting. At the age of 26, Michelangelo began work on the David statue. After it was commissioned along with other works of a similar nature, it took him 2 years to finish. It was supposed to be placed alongside the roofline of the east end of the Florence Cathedral but was kept in the public square outside the Palazzo Vaccuum. The statue was intended to depict the biblical tale of David and how he killed Goliath, but it rapidly came to symbolize the city's defiance and its struggle against strong states. To emphasize its significance even more, it faced Rome, which is similar to what the entire globe is experiencing right now and has been for the past 2 years. It is 17 feet tall and only those who were close enough to it could make out its facial features. From the ground, David appeared to be in control. But upon closer inspection, it was clear that he was upset, afraid, and worried about the situation he was in. He likely was wondering how a sling and stone would defeat a massive, toothy arm. One of the most amazing artists who used perspectives to give their work additional meaning was the creator of this statue. Number 6. Proverbs. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but if there's one image that gives out too much, it's the work of Dutch artist Peter Bruegel the Elder. Although the work is known as the Netherlandish Proverbs, other names for it include the Blue Cloak and the Folly of the World. There are at least 112 proverbs that are still in use in the oil-on-oak painting, which was finished in 1559. Although many claims that this work doesn't reveal any secrets, it does present us with a task to decipher the appropriate definitions. Can you locate the man fleeing when his behind is on fire, for instance? What about one fish eating another? Can you imagine a knight in armor with a sword in their mouth as well? What if a man actively swam against the river? Number 5. Bacchus. The most debated artist in history is Caravaggio. He began as a painter in Milan due to his life experience before relocating to Rome in his 20s. He was known to be angry and would fight at the slightest provocation while being considered as a gifted artist. He was therefore given a death sentence for murder but fled to Naples. Years later, he sought forgiveness from the Vatican once more but was involved in a further conflict that left his face disfigured. He supposedly passed away a year after arriving in Rome, but this was unproven. Some claimed he passed away from wounds sustained during the struggle, while others claimed lead poisoning from his paintings was to blame. Caravaggio painted his interpretation of Bacchus in 1595 before he passed away. The mythical figure of Bacchus, who represented the Greek god of wine, is well known. There was more to the innocent painting than what the artist implied by portraying the character as the standard with its sign of authority. It was 300 years before a restorer discovered one of his hidden additions in the wine and the carf. Caravaggio painted a self-portrait in it. When experts looked into the discovery in 2009, they came to the conclusion that the artist, who was in his mid-20s, simply wanted to demonstrate his painting abilities rather than portray himself as being intoxicated. Number 4. The Last Supper. One of the numerous works of art that are the subject of endless conjecture is the painting of the Last Supper. If you've read the Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown, you'll be aware of several hidden truths. According to Brown, The disciple sitting to Jesus' right was Mary Magdalene posing as John the Apostle. Additionally, he proposed that the V shape between Jesus and John symbolizes a vaginal wound, so hinting that Jesus and Mary Magdalene had a child together. Art historians have expressed doubt regarding this interpretation, claiming that John is female because that is how he is frequently portrayed. Giovanni Maria Palla, a second Italian computer technician, believes that Da Vinci struck some musical notes in the Last Supper corresponding to a 40-second hand that sounds like a requiem. Number 3. The Ambassadors. The work of German painter Hans Holbein the Younger, who lived in the 16th century, is another amazing example of a painting with more significant meaning. This piece of artwork may have caught the attention of individuals who are interested in deciphering the meaning of the paintings because of the mysterious glob at the bottom that looks like it was erased. The Ambassador is a double portrait that incorporates a significant still life element. It was finished around 1533, and the still life part describes how objects were strangely arranged on the table between the characters. Although there has been much discussion on the arrangement, it is thought that the objects show how knowledgeable the characters are. This piece is renowned for its usage of anaphomorphos, which refers to a picture that can only be viewed via a certain lens or from a particular vantage point. Hans painted a human skull, but it's only seen if viewed directly adjacent to the work. During the Renaissance, the skull was frequently used in art, serving as a reminder that everyone will eventually pass away. People were reminded by the idea that they might pass away at any time, thus they should make the most of their remaining time. Before we move on, I have a challenge for you that will take 5 seconds to complete. Like this video and hit the subscribe button, press the notification bell and get 6 months of amazing luck. Try, it really works. Number 2. Mona Lisa. There must be at least one Leonardo da Vinci creation on this list. The Mona Lisa is the most well-known piece of art in the entire world. It is not only well-known, but it is also the subject of most songs, articles, and acknowledgments. There are several hypotheses describing the potential significance of the image. One of the most common claims is that Leonardo is shown as a woman in the image. In light of this, many have questioned the artist's sexual identity, wondering if he was secretly a hermaphrodite. It's also likely that by placing himself in the figure's eyes, the artist was making a visual pun. You could conclude that it has a lot to do with Leonardo's personality, considering that this artwork was also one of his favorites. The number 72 is another noteworthy component of the image. If this is accurate, it could imply that the angle is 72 degrees. A pentagon is a geometric shape that was employed by ancient artists to sculpt the human body. The fact that the woman covered her growing belly in an elegant way with her hands is another message that might be interpreted from this artwork. Number 1. The creation of Adam. The fact that 2 of Michelangelo's works are featured in this video is not a coincidence. It is probably the product of Noto da Vinci, who was both an aesthetic genius and a skillful craftsman, reflected the Renaissance agenda in his creations, and who is renowned for his anatomical accuracy. Because he dissected dead bodies from graves in his early years as an adult to better comprehend the human body's structure, he developed precision skills. His career as an artist was influenced by his understanding of the anatomy of human organs. His representation of Adam's creation on the Sistine Chapel ceiling exhibits this deft application of the skill. In the image, Adam is reclined with his hands extended and facing God. God has also seen them leaning forward and giving him the spark of life. Despite appearing normal, there was more to the picture. He knew the elder man in the picture wasn't God, but rather one of the many Devon animals, but he hoped his audience wouldn't mistake the image for God. In order to portray the true image of God, he incorporated a delicate image of a brain. What's your view on this video? Let us know in the comment box down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more upcoming videos.